My name is Mamta Patel, and I describe myself right now as a business leader. For the last 13 years, I've been working at starting my own company, which is a global online publishing business, and I sold that in December 2020. So that journey really took me through all the stages of business leadership. Back in 2007, I was a journalist, and there was an agenda that I really wanted to write about, and I couldn't find anyone to hire me to write about it. So I decided to set up my own news service, which is called Chemical Watch, and that's all about the toxic substances in everyday products, from toys and cars, clothing to cosmetics. I launched the news service with a partner, and for the first few years what I did was write about the subject I really wanted to write about. But what I learned about being a business leader is that you can't stay there. You've got to keep moving as the company grows. And so as a business leader, my role involved not just the creative side of things, but also sales and marketing, taking a hand in recruitment, taking a hand in public speaking, being the public face of the company, overseeing the finances, then in later years taking on a board role. What I loved about the job was that no 2 days were the same. You could be in meetings all day one day, the next day just sitting, thinking hard, researching and writing. You could be traveling to conferences all over the world. You could be meeting people to sell your services, or you could be meeting people who really wanted to work with you. So I loved the fact that it was so varied. At school, my favourite subject was English, and I loved reading and writing. And I remember my mother telling me off for reading too much. She thought I read too much and I needed to get out and get a life. But I really enjoyed reading. And I also really enjoyed science. So in my career, I eventually managed to find a way to put both together. I didn't like chemistry, funnily enough, and I failed my chemistry A-level, and then went on to do it at university. So having retaken it, I suddenly found a love of chemistry. So there is, it doesn't always go in a straightforward way, but eventually you get to where you're meant to be, I think. I really wanted to write about stuff that mattered to the world. I was really passionate about the environment. Because I had the chemistry background, by the time I'd done a degree in it, I thought, I know, why not put the two together and be a science journalist? And my specialist beat was the chemical industry, and really tackling them on their environmental impacts, their social impacts, their sustainability records. I never saw myself as a business owner, but as I went through my career, I knew I really wanted to make an impact with everything I did. And because no one else was going to do it, I decided the only way to do it was to set it up on my own. So I and my business partner both decided that we'd give it a chance. We'd try and get this off the ground and create a news service that we felt fairly confident there was a market for. And in fact, we completely underestimated how much need there was for something like that. In terms of business leadership, I guess in all my early jobs, I learned from the bosses I really thought were good and the bosses that I thought were really rubbish, and decided within that experience what kind of a boss I wanted to be. I grew up on a council estate, went to a school that I think a lot of my friends came from very different backgrounds and had a lot of support at home, were from fairly well-resourced families, and I wasn't. And so whatever I was going to do, I was going to have to do it myself. It's very hard to believe in aspirations and believe that you can ever get there. And there's a lot of people, if they're not telling you directly, they're sending you signals that you're probably not going to amount to much. And I think the thing to realise is to ignore all that and just keep going. Start off in your comfort zone, start off with things that come easily to you, that you enjoy doing, and build from there, really. Just take it step by step. Don't be afraid to have those aspirations. Don't let anyone put you in a box and tell you what you can or can't do. And believe in yourself when no one else will, because you've got nothing to lose and everything to prove.